Land allocation on cattle routes and grazing reserves to be revoked. A forum of former members of Zamfara State House of Assembly on Monday declared support for the All Progressive Congress (APC) in the state. Every child must go to school under my watch, Governor Ganduje insists. Oshomole shouldn't rely on facts to win elections. Governor Tambol and Sultan Saad attend funeral of SSG's father. Welcome to Standard Voice Television News. My name is San Ahmed Sambo. 3 former governors, ex-commissioners and first-class emirs stand to lose expensive farmlands they acquired on grazing reserves following an order by the state governor Bello Muhammad Matolle Maradun revoking all land allocations or titles on grazing reserves and cattle routes. An official of the state government disclosed to newsmen on Sunday that over the years, swathes of state's land resources that were set aside for grazing purposes were acquired by powerful and influential people for personal use. He listed former governors Abdul Aziz Yare Abubakar, Mahmoud Shinkafi, Ahmad Sani Riman Bakura, and ex-speaker Sanusi Garba Rikiji, former commissioners Alhaji Dankande Gamji and Abdul Salam Magami, deposed emir of Maru and emirs of Dansado, Bakura, Gumi are some of the high and mighty to be affected by the new order. Each of them acquired not less than 50 hectares of land on grazing reserves, and with this order by Governor Bello Muhammad Matolle Maradun, all lands acquired stand revoked. Government sources further revealed that in Dansado district, a former commissioner, Muttakarini, acquired 400 hectares of land located 20 kilometers north of Dansado town, while the emir of Dansado acquired 200 hectares of grazing reserve, and former Governor Yari got 1,000 hectares of land. A former federal lawmaker, Hussein Moriki, has 100 hectares of land. All the lands are located east of Ergaladima, a village located 20 kilometers north of Dansado town. They added that Senator Riman Bakura lands and those of former Governor Shinkafi, ex-secretary to the state government Muhammad Bao Gusau, ex-commissioner Muttakarini, and ex-federal lawmaker Hussein Moriki are located adjacent to one another, while that of Emir of Dansado is opposite. Zamfara state government officials revealed that the state had witnessed many years of conflict between bandits and vigilante groups, leading to hundreds of deaths and sacking of communities, about 30 grazing reserves, all massively encroached by people. Kano State Governor Abdullahi Umar Ganduje has on Thursday vowed that his administration would ensure that every child in Kano State has unhindered access to free compulsory primary and secondary education in the state. Governor Ganduje said this while receiving the Kano Correspondent Chapel, Nigeria's Union of Journalists, Award of Excellence and Appreciation at the Father of Modern Free Education in Nigeria 2019. Governor Ganduje insisted that his desire is to ensure that Almajiri in the state benefit from his free compulsory basic and secondary education policy, even though most of them are children from neighboring states. He described the status of Kano as the state with the highest number of out-of-school children in the country as a challenge that must be faced and defeated by all and sundry. According to him, with free school feeding program and free education policy in place, all children in Kano now have the privilege to be educated. He charged parents to take advantage of the ample opportunity to send their wards to school for a better future. He appreciated the award bestowed on him by Kano NUJ Correspondent Chapel, adding that he is happy that the chapel identified the heavily loaded statement he made, which is free compulsory basic and secondary education for the children of the state. He said his administration wants to leave a legacy and hope that journalists will partner with the state government. Governor Ganduje, who was visibly excited, recalled how he met and recruited his Commissioner of Information, Mallam Muhammad Garba, who was two-time president of Nigerian Union of Journalists, Kano State, into the politics. According to him, he has been partnering with journalists in all his public life. The governor noted that the present Commissioner of Information was the chairman of Kano Council of Journalists and was the Commissioner for Works. A forum of former members of Zamfara State House of Assembly on Monday declared support to All Progressive Congress APC in Zamfara State. Alhaji Modi Bukum, the chairman of the forum, announced this on Monday when he led members on a courtesy visit to the former governor of the state, Alhaji Abdul Aziz Yare Abubakar, in Talata Mafara. Alhaji Modi Bukum said that the forum was satisfied with the meaningful development projects executed by immediate past APC-led administration in the state. He said people could bear witness on how APC leadership in the state from 2011 to 2019 under the former governor Abdul Aziz Yare Abubakar transformed the state, especially in the rural areas. He said rural communities have been revived as a result of various development projects, including roads, rural water supply, electrification project, schools and hospitals, among others, executed by the APC-led administration in the past administration. Alhaji Modi Bukuyum explained that they decided to visit the former governor to register their solidarity to him as APC leader in the state. In his response, Alhaji Abdul Aziz Yare Abubakar thanked the former lawmakers for the visit and described them as partners in progress. State Security Service questioned Sowore for alleged links to Boko Haram Shiite movement, IPOB. Sources familiar with the continued incarceration of Omole Sowore have told Premium Times the Nigerian civil activist was questioned earlier this week over purported ties to Boko Haram and other outlawed groups. Terrorism allegations were the focus of a grilling session conducted with Mr. Sowore by the state security operatives on November 12. Two sources familiar with the event told Premium Times this weekend. The service has been asking him to tell them about his relationship with Boko Haram, Islamic movement of Nigeria and indigenous people of Biafra, a charge which he continued to deny any relationship with the group. Special advisor to the Edo State Governor on Media Communications Strategy, Mr. Kruse Osagi, on Sunday urged the national chairman of the All Progressive Congress, Adams Ali Oshomole, to concentrate on winning elections by the performance of the party and not by relying on thugs and violence for electoral victory. In a statement in Benin, Osagi said Oshomole was only trying to cover up his inordinate ambition to be the ultimate godfather in Edo State and usurp the will of Edo State against the will of the ordinary people of Edo State. He said even his allegory of politics being like a forest with dangerous animals is a poor excuse to continue to perpetuate thuggery and to keep the collective patrimony under the control of a few greedy and violent people in the name of winning units and wards elections. Good governance remains the surest path towards winning elections, especially when you are committed to free and fair as well as credible elections devoid of any kind of violence witnessed in recent elections in the country. So instead of trying to pacify the violent and lawless just because you want to win elections, Oshomole should support the sterling performance being displayed by Governor Godwin Obaseki in Edo State. That way he will not need the services of thugs to win elections. The condition of 37 kilometers Abuja-Kano Road, which passes through Kaduna and Zaria towns, has continued to deteriorate even as reconstruction of the dual carriageway is suffering from undue delay. Different reasons have been given as to why work on the project is sluggish, including alleged poor funding by the federal government occasioned by the failure of the contractor Julius Berger Nigeria PLC to deploy enough equipment and manpower to fast-track the reconstruction of the road. The House of Representatives Committee on Works, led by Kabir Abubakar, had last week tongue-lashed the construction giant, which is solely handling the project for subjecting millions of Nigerians to hardship while plying the road, and threatened to split the contract to bring on board other contractors to hasten completion of the project. Accident-leading deaths are recurring decimal along the road, which is dotted with hundreds of potholes, diversions, and other obstructions. The Federal Executive Council had in December 2017 approved the contract for the reconstruction of the road, but work commenced in July 2018. The contract was awarded at the sum of 155 billion naira with a completion period of 36 months. Journalists learned that Julius Berger has so far received over 50 billion naira, representing 32% of the total budget for the road construction. Progress of the work on the road is said to be at 26.7%, 18 months into the 36-month completion period. Journalists in Abuja, Kaduna, Zaria and Kano who travel over the road and closely monitor the progress report that while construction work has now been slow, the degradation that necessitated the award of the contract had continued due to weather conditions, traffic congestion and lack of maintenance. Many portions of the road have been eroded with potholes and gullies forming in the middle and cracks of different sizes across the length and the breadth of the road. Mrs. Eniola Abekemo, the coordinator of National Youth Service Corps NYSC in Oyo State, has expressed concern about the safety of Corps members in the state traveling during the Christmas celebrations. According to our statement issued in Ibadan on Saturday, Abekemo expressed the fear when she visited the sector commander of the Federal Road Safety Corps Oyo State Command, Mr. Uche Chukura, in his office. She was said to have called for collaboration between two organizations toward protecting Corps members from accidents during the festive period of December and January. Ambekemo further stated that National Youth Service Corps and FRC had long-standing partnership aimed at promoting good road safety awareness and standards using the Corps members. She stated that both have enjoyed a cordial relationship, especially in actualizing their campaign against road traffic accidents. She recalled that NYSC Director General Brigadier General Shuaibu Ibrahim recently visited the FRC Corps Marshal along with the efforts to form effective synergy in promoting road safety across Nigeria. NYSC State Coordinator said as part of this effort, she had met with other stakeholders, including National Union of Road Transport Workers, towards ensuring the safety of the NYSC Corps members. Responding, Chukura pledged the command's continued support to NYSC and Corps members serving in the state and Nigeria as a whole. IBB said he is still alive after a rumored death. In a statement by his spokesperson, Prince Kasim Afebgwa, Babangida said that he was in good health, describing news of his demise as fake. Nigeria's former head of state, Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida, has denied rumors that he died on Sunday morning. In a statement by his spokesperson, Prince Kasim Afebgwa, Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida said that he is in good health, describing the news of his demise as fake. The statement said IBB is very much alive. He just started attending to friends and associates. We came to see him on Sunday, 15th December 2019, right there at his Mina Hilltop mansion. He prayed Allah to forgive those who wish IBB dead, pointing out that God is a giver and taker of life, not human beings. Sokoto State Governor Right Honorable Aminu Waziri Tambuwal and Sultan Saad Abubakar III were among dignitaries that attended the funeral prayer of Malam Sidi Abdullahi uncle to the secretary to the state government, Saidu Umar Malam Obandoman Sakwato. The funeral prayer held at Shehu Usman Danfodio Mosque Sakwato was led by Mosque Chief Imam Malam Abubakar Shehu Naliman. The funeral prayer was also attended by the State Deputy Governor Manir Danya, SSG Saidu Umar, members of Sultanate Council, local government sole administrators, traditional rulers, Islamic clerics, and senior government officials. Shortly after the burial rites at Hubari tomb of Shehu Usman Danfodio, special prayers for the repose of the soul of the deceased were offered by the ulama, led by Chief Imam of Shehu Jumat Mosque, Imam Abubakar Naliman. Late Sidi Abdullahi died at the age of 90 and is survived by 3 wives, 20 children, and many great-grandchildren. May his soul rest in peace. Amen. That's the news. Next is business news with Mariam Aminu. Mariam, over to you.
Welcome to Business News. Once again, I am Mariam Aminu. The Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation said it made 5.20 billion naira trading surplus for the month of August, reflecting an increase of 22% compared with the 4.26 billion naira surplus posted in July. The corporation disclosed this in its monthly financial and operational reports for the month of August released in Abuja on Sunday. It attributed the appreciable increase of 22% within the period under review to largely improve the surplus posted by the Nigerian Petroleum Development Company. It added that the increased surplus posted by Duke Oil and the reduced deficit by the Nigerian Pipelines and Storage Company also bolstered the figure for the month. A summary of the NNPC's group operating revenue and expenditure for the months under review indicated that it increased by 7.56% at 540.60 billion naira, reflecting an increase of 38.10 billion naira compared with the previous month's performance. It further added that the expenditure for the month followed a similar trend, with increase of 7.46% or 37.16 billion naira to reach 534.40 billion naira during the months under review. It declared that the proportion of expenditure to revenue was almost at par for the current month as well as in July 2019. In the downstream sector of the corporation's operations, the report noted that 233.42 billion naira was made on the sale of white products by the Petroleum Products Marketing Company, PPMC, the downstream subsidiary of the NNPC, in August compared to 214.70 billion naira sales in July. Total revenues generated from the sale of white products for the period of August 2018 to August 2019 stood at 2,687.29 billion naira, with PMS contributing about 95.19% of the total sales, valued at 2,588.13 billion naira. Volume-wise, 1.917 billion liters of white products were sold and distributed by PPMC in the months under review, compared with 1.744 billion liters in July 2019. This comprised 1.92 billion liters of PMS and 0.00030 billion liters of automotive gas oil, otherwise called diesel. It said total sale of white products for the period of August 2018 to August 2019 stood at 21.49 billion liters, with PMS accounting for 20.82 billion liters, or 96.9%. In the gas sector, it said that out of the 1,174.97 million standard cubic feet of gas supplied to the domestic market in August, about 666.15 of gas, representing 56.69%, was supplied to gas-fired power plants. The News Agency of Nigeria reports that the balance of 508.82 or 43.31% was supplied to other industries. And that's all we have on Business News today.
Welcome back. Viewers, don't go away because Sufyan Abubakar is also standing by with sports news. Sufyan, over to you.
Thank you, Sani Sambu. My name is Abu Svtv Bakar, and as usual, I am with the sports update. Struggling Chelsea are contemplating a January move for Bodo and Nigerian forward Josh Maja to offer competition to Tammy Abraham. Maja, who joined Bodo from Sunderland in January 2019, rejected a new contract from Black Cats and has enjoyed an impressive start of life in France. So far this season, Maja has made 17 appearances, scoring 6 goals and 2 assists in all competitions, despite struggling to hold on a permanent place in Bodo's starting lineup. Standard Voice has learned Chelsea scouts have been seriously impressed with Maja's efforts, which has led to a reported move in January. Maja's finest moment in Bodo shirt came in recent 6-0 win over Nimes, where he bagged a hat-trick and an assist in just his third start of the season. Chelsea have been searching Europe to try and find a young striker capable of providing competition for Abraham. He has bagged 11 Premier League goals in his first season as Chelsea's first-choice forward. Neither Michy Batshuayi nor Olivier Giroud has proven to be reliable backups, and now that Chelsea's transfer ban has been lifted, they are free to look around to find some alternatives. London-born Maja could now be offered the chance to return to his hometown in January, as the Blues look to bolster their squad and bounce back from a challenging run of form which has seen them lose 4 of their last 5 Premier League games. Nigerian fighter Kamaru Usman has successfully defended his UFC welterweight title following his victory on Sunday over his American opponent Colby Covington. Usman brutally stopped Covington with 50 seconds left in the 5th round at UFC 245 with a spectacular finish in what many have termed a grudge match. After starting not too convincingly, Usman closed out in thrilling fashion, knocking down the challenger twice with precise punches and then finishing him on the ground. Covington and Usman started with 2 busy rounds of striking in which the challenger appeared to be landing more blows, but Covington poked Usman in the eye during the 3rd. Usman responded by bloodying Covington in an impressive 3rd round flurry, and Covington subsequently told his corner that he thought his jaw was broken. Usman took control from there, gradually finishing Covington in his first defense of the belt he took from Tyron Woodley earlier this year. These are indeed good times for top Nigerians in combat sports as Usman's latest success. Is coming barely a week after another countryman, Anthony Joshua, reclaimed his world title defeating Andy Ruiz in Saudi Arabia. And that's all we have on sports today. Back to Sani in the studio.
Thank you, Sufyan, with that sports news. And on this note, we end the news and we take a look at the major headlines. Land allocation on cattle routes in grazing reserves to be revoked. A forum of former members of Zamfara State House of Assembly on Monday declared support to All Progressive Congress APC in the state. Every child must go back to school under my watch, Governor Ganduje insists. Oshimole shouldn't rely on thugs to win election. And lastly, Governor Tambuwal of Sokoto State and the Sultan attend the funeral prayer of SSG's father. That's the news. On behalf of everyone, my name is Sani Ahmed Sambo. Thanks for watching and goodbye.